Review code provided by Future Friends Games for Nintendad.co.uk. Edgar is a pumpkin and squash farmer who lives with his chicken that I believe is named Precious. One day, the machine used to keep the lion flies at bay fails, and thus he sets out to the town of Boulzac to find more residium to save the squash. No one is particularly helpful, and are more interested in their green pendants. This is a bit of a point-and-click adventure game. You move Edgar around and can store 5 items in his inventory. You'll generally converse with townspeople to find what you need and do some fetching and trading. There are times when you'll need to combine different items, but not many. You have some dialogue options, but can usually use them all. Outside of that, there are rare occasions with other gameplay, such as sneaking your chicken to steal keys without getting spotted, and a chase sequence. Once you've finished the main game, pressing continue game will give you recipes for squash gratin, squash flan, butternut squash soup, and pumpkin crumble. Of course, if you start a new game on your profile, you'll have to beat it again to find the recipes, so don't do that. Edgar's world is done in an illustrated style which is charmingly chunky. Thanks to the small village cast, no characters appear to look the same. The game has intermittent rain that doesn't change much, but having a weather cycle is something novel in a game like this. There's no voice acting, unless you count the chook, who expresses themselves with box and emojis. Most text is shown in speech bubbles. The musical tunes that play can be rather nice, though most of your time will be in Boulzac, which plays next to none. I had absolutely no technical issues with the game and it ran perfectly fine. Unlike many point-and-click adventure games, Edgar, Bokbok and Boulzac offers absolutely no challenge. One of the few instances where I had to combine items, I did so basically on accident. Often the game will show you the icon of what item is needed, mostly in the early part. I beat the game in 2 hours and at least 20 minutes was running around from my own idiocy at not noticing the antique store had a new item. The story does have a lot of silly light humour. The dress code exchange where he says the Gucci's is the worst example, but one of my favourites. While there's a darker side to the story, it's by no means scary or grotesque. Though it's charming with some light humour, that, and a few recipes, is all the game has to offer, with no complex puzzles to speak of. Both the story and gameplay are quite shallow. If you're interested in some light humour and don't mind the brevity, then this can be an enjoyable game. I found it much too simple and don't believe it'll be very memorable. Though I'm looking forward to giving a recipe or two a try, I just have to beat the game again first. I give Edgar, Bokbok and Boulzac a 4 out of 10. Be sure to check out Nintendad.co.uk for other Switch game reviews. Bye!